All right, ladies, welcome to our triangle offense, our 2-2-3 offense. We're going to call this twos. So once we get on the field, we're going to yell twos. We need to go ahead and get in this formation here where we have two attack players down below, just outside the crease. We need two attack players high that are going to be pretty close to the crease and inside where the crease meets the GLE right here. So kind of inside there, we're trying to block the goalie from being able to see anything. We're going to start with the 3 middies up top, and we're going to make sure that the ball starts at the very center. The ball is then going to move to the left. The ball will always move to the left. So if you're the center mid, you're going to pass it to your left to M2. Once of course, everybody is in position. So when you have the ball here, before you make that pass, you have to make sure everybody's set up, everybody looks legit, and the field looks like this. Then we make that pass. Once we make that pass, M1 now is going to go all the way and replace A3. A3 is going to shoot out to the left, as you're going to see here, remaining underneath the elbow. So M1 is going to go right into the spot. This one is going to bump out over here. Okay, notice that these are triangles, right? We have 1, 2, 3. We have triangles. We're going to be moving in this triangular motion, as you're going to see here in just a second. So we move into that position. At this point, M2 is trying to take a one-on-one ISO with this defender and trying to take her and bring the ball in before she gets to that middle hash. So somewhere between this hash and this hash here, she's trying to come in, hopefully right there, somewhere in there. Now, as she starts to drive in to the 8, M3 will shadow her, following parallel to this hedge line right here. So she's going to go down, kind of down in this area, as you're going to see here. Okay, at this point, M1 and A4 are both going to pop out and hopefully allow for the shot or a shooting space call if the defenders lag. That might happen a lot. Additionally, if the shot is not there, you can pump the ball out to A2 or M3. So the ball can either go here or it can go here to the player and try to get something going on. But let's say the ball moves to A2. We're basically following that rotation, right? So these two players here on this side, we're basically coming out and coming back up and going back in, almost if there was an extra player here, but there's not, right? So they're just going to be basically switching sides and rotating. These three are going to be rotating in this triangle motion, but two spots at a time. So if you're A3, the next move is going to be boom, boom. So you're going to go 1 and then 2 and then 1 and 2 and so forth and so forth. So let's say we end here and there's no shot. The next thing we need to do is we need to move that ball back up to the top, as you can see here. And now A3 is going to say, okay, now we're ready to continue this motion. I got to make sure everybody's set. Once everybody's set, we move the ball to the left again. We move the ball to M1, and we replace M2. Right, replace M2, we start coming in. M1 starts to come in here. A4 is going to mirror this person here on this side. And as soon as they set foot in the 8, both A3 and M3 are going to clear out, leaving that room for a shot. Okay, or again, calling a shooting space if we get stuck on that. Again, now, if that doesn't happen, she could push the ball to A1. She could also push the ball to A4, right? A4 could try to take the shot. If it's not there, we can also clear the ball out to A2. And as you can see, we continue the rotation on the back side. As you can see, these two players here are simply going to shift into their positions already. A4 and M3 are also going to rotate back into their spots, and we're going to move the ball back up and then move the ball back up to center again. Now, M2 has it. This is going to be the third rotation. We do the same thing. We check to make sure everybody's in place. When everybody's in place, move the ball to the left. Continue the same process, going in and replacing the person that's in the inside. That person pops out, and then as A3 drives in with the ball, M3 is going to mirror her, and so will and they'll move out of the way like that. Okay. And then we get the ball. As you can see, after that 3 rotations, the left side is back where it used to be. The right side is going to be a little bit off, but what we need to do now is we need to move the ball back up top. And after we go 3 cycles of this, what we're going to do is we're going to rebalance and switch the attack. Okay, so as you can see here, the midfielder who's down at post, they're going to come out, replace A4, and A4 is going to replace A1 and is going to move in this triangular motion. So here you have this triangle here that's going to move, as you guys can see that. And then those two come up and we basically restart the whole play. So that is our 2-2-3 triangle motion offense.